Yo, Jordan here. I'm a big fan of learning, if you haven't noticed, and I firmly believe that you can learn amazing skills from anyone and anywhere. That's why today we're learning from games. I know a lot of you guys are already playing games, but even if you're not the gaming type, stick around. You might just find yourself a reason to give video games a chance. First, why games specifically? Productivity is way too serious. It's always discipline and work before pleasure and all that stuff. I don't like that. If you want to have fun, you should have fun. If you want to sleep in, you should sleep in. If you want to be lazy most of the time, you should be lazy most of the time. My goal is to help you find a creative way to learn, achieve your dreams and be happy. And do that while you enjoy all the small, fun, chaotic, cool things that make life awesome. And that's why we're learning from games. And I did spend half of my life creating games and my whole life playing games, so I can't wait to share this passion with you. Let's go. Skill number 1 you can learn from video games. Problem solving. I know this one seems obvious, but bear with me for a while. Games teach you problem solving in a very special way. Let's quickly go over what a game is and you'll get my point real fast. Before you get to games, let's start with toys. Toys are something you play with until you have the energy and time, and you really can't win or lose. You can only give up, and you do that when it's simply too boring. Next we have puzzles. Puzzles are toys, but they do have a purpose, a specific goal. And between you and that goal is some sort of a challenge. And with puzzles you can win. You can solve the puzzle, or you can give up because you're too bored or you don't have the energy, but you can't really lose. Finally, we have games. Games are a puzzle, but with the added element of competition. You're solving a problem and aiming towards a goal while competing against something. It might be another player or the AI of the game. You can win that competition or give up, of course, but you can also lose, and that's a lot of pressure. So the essence of games is not just problem solving, it is problem solving under pressure, and learning to problem solve under pressure is an immensely more powerful way compared to just learning to problem solve. And do keep that in mind, it's gonna be very important for the other skills as well. Skill number 2 you can learn from video games. Improvisation.
You're as repulsive as a monkey in a negligee.
I look that much like your fiancé?
Improvisation and thinking outside of the box. In games you have a challenge and a goal and a bunch of pressure. And to top that off, there is a bucket filled with dopamine at the end as a reward for that. So to get that reward, your brain will be drawn towards finding an easy, cheesy solution, so it spends as little time and energy as possible. That impatience is what gets you to think outside of the box. The creative solution is often perceived as the fast one, and the standard solution is the tedious and boring one. And good games will happily reward your creativity with extra incentives and rewards that will get you to do more of that creativity and practice it more and more and more. So it's pretty easy to do that while playing a cool game. Skill number 3 that games can teach you: dealing with uncertainty. Life is uncertain, but being able to cope with that uncertainty and handle it well can make you from good to amazing. Facing uncertainty is one of the defining qualities of leaders, entrepreneurs and all kinds of problem solvers. But facing the unknown, looking chaos in the eye and jumping in head first is scary. So scary in fact that you can often see people just waiting around for the bad things to just go away. Or even worse, doing everything in their power to run away and avoid the uncertain situations in their life.
We must fight to run away. Aye!
In games, uncertainty is there, but it is almost easy to accept it. Fun even. What does the game hide in that dark corner this time? And yeah, in games you'll sometimes fail or lose or die, but you will be back at it in no time because of the lucrative rewards the game promises you. So leveraging the rewards in games, you can face uncertainty more times in a day than your typical CEO does in a month. And doing that again and again in games does help you learn that in real life as well. It's the same skill after all. The same neurons get fired, and you will get better at it no matter if you're firing those neurons in a game or in a real life situation. And now, if you are certain that you like the video, make sure you press the like button. And if you're uncertain that you like the video, press the dislike button twice. Skill number 4 that games can teach you: managing your stress. Games might help you reduce your stress. Keep in mind, I'm using the word might here, and that's not because there is any scientific doubt that this is happening. MRIs clearly show that this is the case. I am using the word might here because not all games are created or perceived in the same way. If the reward you're getting from the game is too small, the risk is too big, or the competition too fierce, you will not be managing your stress better. You will just be replacing the stress from real life with the stress from the game. To reduce your stress with a game, you want something that's not too challenging and not too competitive. And what that is greatly depends on you and your gaming skills. We're talking about what you perceive here and not what the objective difficulty level is. I will leave some of my recommendations in the description, but feel free to add some of your recommendations in the comments below. And if you need more info on how to pick those games, just approach me on the Discord and ask. Skill number 5 that games can teach you: visual spatial awareness. Maybe you know about Minecraft. It's a small indie game made just about $1 bajillion. It's not very popular. And yeah, Minecraft is the obvious example when we talk about visual spatial awareness. The United Nations are even using it to empower communities to make their cities better. It's just that versatile. But Minecraft is not the only place in which you can practice your visual spatial awareness. I need a shorter word for that, but we don't have one. In fact, most games require visual spatial awareness for you to succeed. Shooters, action RPGs, and platformers, amongst many other kinds of games, often need you to make small calculated movements in 2D or 3D space, and you often even need to memorize that 2D or 3D space. They are so good that they can even compete with some of the best pilot simulators out there, in terms of teaching you visual spatial awareness, of course. And to top that off, you get to pull off some sweet combos. So that's it for the skills, but to help you learn them, I've left a list of games in the description. Different games that can help you learn any of the 5 skills we already mentioned. Just go down below and use it. Also, if you have other suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. And that's all there is to it. If you need any help in crafting an epic life, come hang out with me on the Discord, or write a comment below and we can talk there. So yeah, get in touch, I'd love to talk. Stay awesome.
Subscribe to Jordan and stay awesome.
Yourself a reason to give.